canceled my whole vacation. That
Wow.
I thought I was going, kick my feet up and just recharge. And then we went straight to Cleveland the very next day.
I mean, whoa, whoa. We are just a few weeks away from Brown's training camp, but you know who doesn't know that? Shedeur Sanders, because he's been spotted training about every single day of my vacation. Yes, I've been on vacation. The videos have been going up, but those were just pre-recorded. Every single day as I was scrolling, I saw another video of Shedeur throwing to somebody. And I also saw Cam Ward working too. Don't get it twisted. I also saw Jimmy Horn working too. So we're gonna have some videos about those too, because those boys are putting in work. But we gotta talk about the man who is out working every quarterback in the goddamn Browns quarterback room. I don't know. But we gonna get to the bottom of it. So today we're gonna watch some of those training sessions, and then we're also gonna see that a lot of people have been shouting out Shedeur. It's not just people in the Browns and the Browns teammates they like him, and some dude yapping on a mic that likes him as well. It seems that the random Browns fans are throwing up the wrist. It seems that Drake is throwing up the wrist. Maybe that's a little too bit of a reach. And now you got Lonzo Ball shouting out Shedeur. Let's hear it.
Tour, nigga, tour.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Shedeur. Y'all know what they do. And then Drake throwing it up. Now, this could be a little bit of a reach. Maybe he just putting it up just to put it up because he said he got a nice wrist. But some people are saying that that's in support of Shedeur. And then you go over here, right? And this is awesome. This is actually the reason why I added this other stuff, because Shedeur Sanders just randomly quote tweets this dude. I don't know who this dude is, but clearly he's a Browns fan, and clearly he's got his wrist up. He says, when training camp is right around the corner, I'll be there with the motherfucking bust down Cartier. Come on now, Unc coming with it smooth. He already got the 12. They don't even make these yet. Come on now. I love to see that, and I think it's even cool that Shedeur Sanders, as we know, he's been very adamant about interacting with the Cleveland community, maybe some of the youngsters, but now he's also apparently interacting with the Unks too. The Unks got the 12 on? Yo, so don't, hey, if y'all gonna call me a Glazer, call Chris Rusin a Glazer. Now, going off of his profile picture, this might be an AI. I don't know. This might just be an AI white dude. But I think this dude Screech De Niro, I think this is all real. There's something about this photo. There's just grittiness. Is this how all Browns fans look? I'm just going to have to assume. This is good stuff. This is great stuff. And even more important than Shedeur Sanders is shouting it out. Now, let's get to the training. Whole lot of yapping, not a lot of speaking of the training. This is just a few days ago, July 7th. Now, you've seen this. I've actually used this. I was using this bit of footage on the preamble of one of my videos, just in the background. This is Shedeur getting some work done in Miami. Now, but this is, you know how humid Miami is. So that boy just got the helmet on. And that's probably all you need if you're in Miami. You're going to be sweating by taking 3 steps. Trust me. But he's out there at historic or just legendary LaSalle High School. Obviously, LaSalle is a big school in what's it called, Miami. Big for football, I should say. So he's putting in his work. He's got his quarterback coach, who is also Cam Ward's quarterback coach, which is why Cam Ward was also in Miami. And, he went to Miami, so it probably makes it easier too. So, and then he getting it done in the rain. All right, cool. That's cool. That's crispy. But this is really where it gets real, right? This is cool. Hey, you getting your arm loose. But this is real acclamation right here. I'm not just throwing the ball. I'm not just putting the helmet on. I'm putting them pads on in that Texas heat. Got his football coach there, or football coach, his quarterbacks coach working with them, putting that grind in the prime land, country prime, or is what they're calling it. Oh yeah. Go ahead and put your hands on your hips. Yeah, you better have your hands on your hips. I know it's hot out there. That boy in the full gear. Who's this wide receiver? Am I uninformed? Now, hey, man, the balls look better and better. I could tell his footwork. He checked that boy tired. He just said, "Hey, let me get this ball." Oh, it's raining here too. But that ball was beautiful. I think Shedeur. Woo! Okay. Look, Shedeur Sanders is known to be in. I was about to because I'm big on footwork because I'm an old school I guess, at least when it comes to quarterback evaluation, right? What I saw here is I saw him kind of cheat his footwork. 1, 2, he just slides, right, and he just takes a step and he does it. Now, what he needs to do is take that step, really point it out there and do it. But you notice, I go from about to say a negative thing to show you where he's improved at. Where he's improved at as a thrower is using his top half to create velocity, right? You see a lot of people like Patrick Mahomes, Caleb Williams, a lot of these, the more modern, Jaden Daniels. Obviously, a lot of them can throw with a good base, but a lot of their extra throws, those sidearms, those off-platform, that comes from being able to generate velocity just with your top half. How can I whip my arm to create that? Because generally, in a classic football style, you're going to use your lower half to push, generate torque, and then whip through with your arm. So what we're seeing with Shedeur, and people saying that either he lacked velocity. I said inconsistent velocity. Y'all already got me for that. That was back in the day, though. Okay, I can still support somebody and have criticism. All right. But clearly I'm wrong, because when you see this vice grip come out, but you see how he does it. You can see he doesn't really shift his body. He doesn't shift his weight from the bottom half instead of stepping into it, right? And really see a shift. What you see is his top half whip. That's what you see more. You see more his top half whip, right? You see he don't even follow through. He just kind of lets it laying, and not to say that he doesn't use his bottom half, because he has to use his bottom half, but a lot more of the top half. And what you see is a tight spiral. And then we come here, which I think the footwork is a lot better here, but this is just him throwing that intermediate, hey, slant, quick, I gotta go quick here. And what you see here is play from the play action. And oh yeah, see, he's using you can see the difference between his foot, right? So here, boom, he hitches, and he transfers his weight. He starts big here, and what does he do? Takes that step, and then he opens up and whips. So comparative, and I know we're getting real deep quarterback stuff, but this is great improvement, because this is what happens when he puts it all together. You saw that rocket come out. Here he is, not really, he's not cheating his footwork, but he's dragging his feet a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't, but the big thing is, right, you don't see him push through, right? He pushes through, but it's not as big as this one, where you can see he gets to the top of his drop, he hitches, and that is generating power from right here. Boom, you can see his calf get big, and now he's gonna rise up, and now he still whips it hard. So now he's got great power, great torque coming through his hips, and now from what I've been seeing is that zip. I mean, whoa! Hey, now, y'all can call me King Glazer. I've watched Shedeur throw a lot of footballs. That is a football, ladies and gentlemen. And I already thought he threw a great football. People already said that he throws the most catchable football. I want y'all to know that this is in the rain, NFL level football. And he absolutely perfect footwork, and then he combines that, which I think that's what he's been working on, right? And we talked about this with the first training videos, right? And because I want to prove y'all something, because people are like, oh my god, he's just training. No, he been training. You remember? He been training. He been doing this, right? So I'm only bringing this up to because the conversation that we were having, I was like, look, Shedeur is not gonna get faster in 2 weeks, right? Or even 3 months. Like, he's not gonna go from a 4.5 guy. I'm not saying he's 4.5. He's not gonna go from a 4.8 guy to a 4.7. I don't know what he runs, right? He's not gonna magically learn how to throw the deep ball, even though I don't think he needs to learn how to throw a deep ball. But what he can do, and what he clearly did, is work on the mechanics, and that's another level of work. That's not just be out here and throwing. I'm not just out here throwing the ball, dog. I'm out here throwing and improving on what is already classical, great. But like, I love Shedeur. Like, that's what people say a lot about Shedeur, because obviously he was training with Tom Brady. It's an over the top throw style. It's almost an old type, right? It's very at your legs, all about your base, generating force. And that's why Tom Brady threw such a great deep ball later in his career. Nobody knew Tom Brady as a deep ball guy, right? Don't revisionist history me, don't do it. But he threw a great deep ball. especially when he needed to. And a lot of that comes with his base, the way that he sets and can generate torque from his bottom half. That's just basic quarterbacking stuff. So he's had that down. No one can ever say he can't do that. Go look at the throws. Go look at the UCF throws. Go look at some of those tight window throws. He's been able to generate velocity by having elite footwork and being able to do the great things. And not to say that his top half wasn't lively, not to say his top half doesn't have it, but all those people saying that, because I never thought he had a weak arm. I just thought the velocity was like, okay, well, you can see the velocity, but that doesn't mean he has a weak arm. Like because and vice versa, because Tua has really good velocity, but he actually has a weak arm. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a whole different story. But now you're seeing everything come together. You're seeing a lower half that has been one of the most elite, one of the most just absolute concurrent. And then you're seeing those small intricacies of changing how he uses his arm. How am I going to whip this ball and not just do it, but do it in pads? Dog, that's a rocket. That is a rocket. That looks like Cam Ward type throws, dog. I mean, that's a laser. That's a laser. And let's get deeper into it, because I think, and you know what's funny? When we were watching, some of my commenters talked about it, and this is, he just warmed up. Some of my commenters talked about it. I talked about it. I was like, yo, it looks like something is different the way he throws the ball. Again, I've watched, admittedly, call me a glazer or not, I watched a lot of Colorado. I've been watching Jackson State. Like I've watched Shedeur throw the football. Never thought he had a weak arm, right? Velocity was ever, but again, very catchable ball. I didn't think that was a bad thing, because when he needed the velocity, he can put it into a tight window. And he's shown that he can do that, right? So it was never like a knock. It was just, okay, it's just a different way to slice the butter. You know what I'm saying? A different way to skin the cat. You feel me? I don't look at those as like a deficiency. I just think, hey, you do it in a different way. But now you're seeing just the whipping mechanics at the top. And that, hey, and he sometimes throws a duck, you know what I'm saying? I mean, some of the best quarterbacks have thrown ducks. Dog, the velocity, the spirals, and this is, ladies and gentlemen, this is a bigger ball. He goes to throwing a bigger ball from the collegiate level, and I feel like the zip's been better, the speed's been better, the footwork has just been, I mean, this ball here, dog. I really want y'all gotta overanalyze this one right here, dog. Y'all gots to. Y'all gots to. In the rain, NFL, play action, 1, 2, boom. Whoo. Hey, I really do think, and please, if you're more of a quarterback, because I'm no quarterback coach, right? I am no quarterback coach. But when I look at, so if y'all are really, big quarterback coaches, get down below. But I do think that this really does, and I want to see his feet here. But see, oh my god! But you see that? You see how opens up? I can't see where his toe's pointing. Points his toe, transitions his weight, and this is his bread and butter. Hey, I'm gonna put it wherever I want to put it. Right? This is. So for the people who say, hey, man, it's just OTAs, it's just this, it's just twos, this is not something that's just twos. We're not talking about it. I'm talking about analyzing what Shedeur is doing. Forget the catch, because this is a great catch. This is a phenomenal catch. But forget the catch. Forget what the defense is doing. Just look at Shedeur, right? You can see what we just saw on that other video translate to this video. You see super clean footwork, super clean mechanics, and what does that allow to do? Opens his chest, gets that whip, he layers it up above everybody. Just the placement. Forget it. It doesn't matter who catches this ball. He puts this ball where? Smooth, clean, operational, operating around the goal line, and having the balls to be able to say, hey, I can put this ball in a place that he can't get it. And look, he can't get it. And obviously it's a touchdown. See you next time, right? So when you see this translation of that, that's why we're making these videos, right? That's why we're here saying that, hey, there's some real work being done by Shedeur. There's a real difference that I'm seeing throughout the football field. So I think it's just been great. And you know what I'm saying? And that's why, and that's why Dillon Gabriel is getting minivan. No, I'm probably going to title this like he's outworking Dillon Gabriel or something crazy just to get y'all in, just to get y'all to click. Nobody be mean to Dillon Gabriel. If y'all actually watch my videos, y'all know I'm super pro Dillon Gabriel. I'm sure he's working too. He might not be recording it. Again, like Shedeur is working with a quarterback coach who's very famous with Cam Ward. So like he's trying to get more clients. So it's a little different. Maybe Dillon Gabriel is doing his own work, but he is getting a deal with his Pacifica. And I think this is a really dope story. Please go look up the story with his Pacifica throughout college. He's had it. It's like the party mobile. So shout out to Dillon Gabriel. That's what he's been up to. I tried to search. I couldn't see any other training stuff. So it does not mean Dillon Gabriel isn't training. But I think Shedeur working. I think he just improved in those different ways, man. So here is Phillip Dukes. And then Phillip Dukes has H Boog, and we know H Boog as the main media member and or agent, I believe. Not really agent because he doesn't have an agent, but like, you know, he's very around Shedeur. He's close to him. He was one of the first to speak to the Browns media, getting there and kind of breach that stuff. So let's kind of hear what he has to say there.
Cancel my whole vacation.
Wow.
That I thought I was going, you know, kick my feet up and just recharge, and then we went straight to Cleveland the very next day. Right. So for him, it clicked immediately that after day 3, the next day he said, "I'm ready to get to Cleveland like right now, today." I'm like, already, cause I had a trip planned. My coming into the draft, I said, "Oh, Travis is going off the board, Shedeur going off the board, my other guys going off the board, Brashard, all these guys go." I just get as soon as day 3 over with, I'm on my way to Cabo, and then I'm gonna come back a week, and then I'm gonna go to Miami for the next week. I had a 2-week vacation planned.
Right.
And when they all went left, that's when it clicked for him that, cause he said immediately, like, "Nah, let's go to Cleveland now." And he was like, "Can you make it?" I said, "Yeah, all right." I had some stuff planned, but you know, right now it's bigger than that. Right. I canceled my whole vacation.
Wow.
That I thought I was going, you know, kick my feet up and just recharge, and then we went straight to Cleveland the very next day.
So again, and I kind of made that point at the beginning when I was like, "Hey, look, this is what he was doing the very next week." So this is a drive, a focus, a level that I think that, you know, as much as I've been adamant about saying that he is humble, he doesn't need to be humbled. Y'all definitely added some more chips on that shoulder though, and you're seeing him throw a ball that I have no complaints about. That's in the Texas heat, in the rain, when he can, when he wants to, and he's putting in the extra work when he can. So everybody wants to joke about what he was doing during draft day. Everybody wants to joke about, you know, having a what's it called, draft box or this and that and the falls and everything. But I'm telling you, it seems that ever since he's become a Cleveland Brown, he's just been working and putting in the work and been ecstatic to put in extra work. And it seems like he's outworking everybody in that quarterback room. I don't know, man. Y'all let me know down in the comments. Do you think there's another quarterback working as hard as Shedeur Sanders? Please like the video if you like it. Dislike if you don't like it. Subscribe if you enjoy football content. I'm back in action. Stream soon. We're actually going to live stream some college football 26. So y'all come check us out. I'll probably be live if you're watching this video. It should be phenomenal. Thank you for being great. We'll see you next time. At peace.